My child, before you go any further, take one slow breath. Let your shoulders drop just a little. Let your mind settle. You've been carrying so much, and you've been holding it all inside as if you were required to be unshakable. But you don't need to be perfect to be worthy of peace. You don't need to have every answer to deserve rest. Tonight, allow me to speak to you as a gentle guide. Calm, steady, and here just for you. You may feel that life has been pressing on your heart from every direction. Confusion has visited you often, and doubt has whispered in your ear more times than you care to admit. Yet, here you are, my child, still reaching, still listening, still hoping. That alone reveals your strength. Sometimes it's not the loud victories that show your courage, but the quiet way you keep going even when your heart is tired. There's something you need to hear tonight. Not a prediction, not a warning, not a promise of events, just a truth that your spirit has needed for a long time. You have not been walking alone. Even in moments when you felt unseen, unheard, or misunderstood, guidance has surrounded you. Not loud and demanding, but soft, patient, and constant. You've never been forgotten, my child, not even for a breath. You've been questioning your direction lately, wondering whether your choices have meaning or whether the path beneath your feet still leads somewhere good. Let me reassure you, the fact that you reflect, question, and seek is a sign of deep wisdom. People who don't care never ask these questions, but you do, and that means your spirit is awake. There's a transition happening within you, even if you haven't fully recognized it. You're beginning to shed old weight, the kind that used to convince you that you weren't enough or that you had to earn every bit of love you received. My child, you don't have to strive to be worthy. Worth is something you already carry. It was woven into you from the beginning, and nothing, no mistake, no disappointment, no heartbreak can erase it. Before I guide you further, pause here with me for a moment. If any part of your heart feels lighter already, honor that feeling. Give yourself permission to acknowledge your own growth. Tap the like button as a gentle act of affirmation, not for this video, but for your journey. Think of it as telling yourself, yes, I'm choosing peace, I'm choosing clarity, I'm choosing healing. Sometimes one small action can ground a powerful intention. Good. Now, let's continue. My child, there have been times when you've convinced yourself that you had to solve everything on your own. You tried to hold your pain quietly so you wouldn't burden the people around you. You hid your exhaustion behind a strong smile. You told yourself, I'll figure it out later, even when your spirit whispered that you needed support. But you don't have to keep carrying your struggles in isolation. You're allowed to lean. You're allowed to rest. You're allowed to be human. Your emotions, yes, even the ones that feel heavy, are not failures. They're signals. When sadness rises, it's asking you to slow down. When fear shows up, it invites you to look inward. When hope flickers, it reminds you that light still exists inside you. Every emotion carries guidance when you listen with gentleness instead of judgment. My child, part of your pain comes from believing that your worth depends on how well you perform, how much you give, or how little you need. But worth is not something you achieve. Worth is something you already have simply because you exist. Let that truth settle into your heart. You are already enough, and you always were. You've also been growing in ways you haven't fully acknowledged. You've walked away from situations that drained you. You've learned to sense when a connection was unhealthy. You've held on to your values even when others didn't understand you. You've chosen honesty over comfort, compassion over bitterness, and resilience over despair. These are not small accomplishments. These are signs of a spirit maturing beautifully. And yet, with all this growth, you still worry about the future. You still feel pressure to make the right choices. You still fear losing what matters to you. My child, let me ease your mind. Life will not punish you for trying your best. You don't need perfect clarity to take your next step. You simply need to move with sincerity, openness, and intention. The path ahead will unfold in its own time. There may be people in your life who don't understand your heart or your depth. Some may have taken your kindness for granted. Some may have walked away. Some may have hurt you without realizing the impact. My child, their actions do not define you. Their misunderstandings do not diminish your worth. Your compassion was never wasted. It shaped you into a stronger, softer, wiser version of yourself. When something or someone leaves, it doesn't mean you failed. It simply means you're being guided toward places where your spirit can breathe. Not every person is meant to walk beside you forever. Some come to teach, some to challenge, some to awaken, and some to love you for only a season. Release them with gentleness, and trust that your path will bring the right souls to your side. You've also asked why things sometimes fall apart just when you thought you were finally making progress. My child, endings are not punishments. They are transitions, clearings, spaces being prepared for what aligns with your next stage of growth. Do not fear what leaves. Fear staying in places where you no longer recognize yourself. You are growing into a version of yourself that honors your peace, your needs, your voice, and your truth. And this is sacred work. As you walk forward, stay close to the wisdom within you. Speak kindly to yourself. Let your heart rest. Let your mind breathe. You don't need to force anything. You only need to stay aligned with what feels genuine and gentle. And if this message has reminded you of your strength, your value, or your purpose, if it has helped you breathe a little deeper, consider subscribing. Not for the sake of the channel, but as a personal commitment to your own growth. Let it be a way of saying, I will choose healing. I will choose clarity. I will choose to keep moving forward in peace. My child, your journey is not defined by fear or by the things you've lost. It is defined by the resilience in your spirit, the love in your heart, and the quiet courage that has brought you this far. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are unfolding exactly as you were meant to. Walk gently into the days ahead. You are guided. You are protected. You are deeply, deeply loved.